The Portal, the new recruiting frontier. These are the new additions of the SEC. Their mission? To gain experienced new players, to seek out championships and new heights, to boldly build teams like no one has before. Welcome to The Portal. This offseason, we're starting a new series to break down the entire transfer classes of each team in the SEC. We'll be going player by player, looking at analytics, players' games, and their overall fit into their new team. Today, we're talking about the Florida Gators. It's Todd Golden's third year at Florida, and after a great year last year, Gator fans have high hopes that this team is going to continue the progress forward. And even though the Gators lost Zyon Pullin, Tyrese Samuel, and Riley Kugel, Florida only lost 43.2% of their scoring production from last season. Walter Clayton, Will Richard, and Alex Condon being key retentions to keep the majority of the production in Gainesville. Where Florida needed to improve this offseason was on defense, which was outside the top 75 on KenPom, and finding a good guard and forward to replace Samuel and Pullin. How'd they do? Out of transfer classes in the SEC with 3 or few commits, the Gators had the best class. Overall in the SEC, the Gators had the 9th best class according to 24/7. Box number 1. Replace Zyon Pullin, who averaged over 15 points per game, nearly 5 assists, and 44.9% from deep. To find the replacement, the Gators went after Florida Atlantic's Elijah Martin. 13.1 points per game, nearly 6 rebounds a night, and 1.6 assists. Martin comes with a world of experience from a winning culture. While at Florida Atlantic, Martin played on Dusty May's Final Four team and last year's NCAA tournament team. Martin is a very good perimeter defender and fights on the glass despite his size. While he's not an excellent ball handler, he is someone who can attack in straight lines. While the numbers weren't at the magical 36% last season, Martin is a career 37% three-point shooter on over 5 attempts per game. He's always been the number 2 guard featured at Florida Atlantic to Janelle Davis. Going to Florida, Martin should be a highly featured guard and fit in well with scoring threats like Richard and Clayton. Even Evan Mia sees Martin as a top 35 transfer in this year's class with tremendous upside on the offensive side of the ball and improvements on both sides on OBPR and DBPR. Additional side note, Martin's size to make his NBA potential come true, he is going to have to play point at the next level, something that hasn't been his role at Florida Atlantic. There's been rumors that Florida has promised time to Martin at the 1 spot instead of playing at the 2 or the 3 that he saw under Dusty May. It'll be interesting the stride that Martin can make into his new position next season. Box number 2, replace Tyrese Samuel. Easier said than done, considering that Samuel was a force in the 4 spot for the Gators, putting over 13 points a night and over 7 rebounds. The answer? Todd Golden went after Chattanooga forward Sam Alexis. Alexis averaged just under 11 points per game and over 9 rebounds a night. Alexis was named to the All-Southern Conference 3rd team and the All-Southern Conference defensive team and shot 55% from the field. He recorded 9 double-doubles and had 20 games where he scored in double digits. Additionally, he had 13 games with double-digit rebounds, including 4 with 15 or more boards. Alexis was 43rd in the country in defensive rebounding rate and 94th in offensive rebounding rate. He's an excellent shot blocker, ranked 37th in the country in block shot rate. Alexis is largely a post-up player who is also very good in the pick-and-roll game. Overall, Alexis shot 68% at the rim, making him one of the best finishers in the country. Alexis played nearly exclusively center at Chattanooga, and Florida could use him at either spot in the front court. What's surprising is how cautious Evan Mia is on Alexis. They have Alexis continuing his improvement for next season, but rate him outside the top 250 transfer prospects, whereas 24/7 ranks Alexis just outside their top 100. So there is some different schools of thought on Alexis and clear concern on his jump to the next level going to a P5 conference. And to be fair, Chattanooga faced a very light schedule last year, even for a mid-major team. So will he translate is yet to be seen, but the frame, the movement, and the numbers should shed a positive outlook for him this offseason. If Alexis isn't the guy to replace Tyrese Samuel, maybe it's Ruben Chinyelu. During Todd Golden's first true offseason in Gainesville, he went heavily after Ruben Chinyelu, a 6'11 center from Nigeria who attended NBA Academy Africa. However, Chinyelu opted to head to Washington State. Now entering the portal, Chinyelu has finally teamed up with Todd Golden. Nothing's going to jump out at you on the stat sheet with Chinyelu. Under 5 points a game, 5 boards a night, and close to a block and a half a night. While he didn't play that many minutes, his ability to be productive when it came to rebounding and blocking shots was incredible. His 25.4% defensive rebounding rate was 44th in the country. His 9.6% block rate is 24th in the country. He has an incredible wingspan and great size for a paint player. Big frame player standing at 6'10". He has the body of a next level player with NBA potential. Now let's get into some of the fair criticisms. A lot of the minutes that Chinyelu saw at Washington State were against the bench players of other teams, and he played a lot of garbage time minutes. It's easy to see how numbers can get quickly inflated to make him look very good with limited minutes. Evan Mia, though, loves this kid. They have Chinyelu as a top 75 transfer with great defensive upside. They have Chinyelu as the number 7 defensive transfer on the projections for next season. Regardless, even if the growth isn't as great as Evan Mia projects it, the defensive upgrade is something Florida needs to take this team to the next level under Golden. So let's hit the grades for the Gators. Again, this is not an assessment of what the Gator season looks like, just the transfer class. And grades are more like a law school grading system instead of a traditional grading system. Something like a B- means you did your job. Anything higher means you surpassed some level of expectation to whatever degree. We're giving Florida a B. You had 2 primary objectives: improve the defense and try to replace some key pieces. But both of those objectives seem to be met in some form of an option replacement for Samuel, or you have a guy like Martin who has a ton of upside and can replace the points lost from Zyon Pullin. Additionally, he gives you some more additional perimeter defense that improves your defense as well. Alexis and Chinyelu both have the potential to replace Samuel. However, the question marks surrounding these guys are what's holding this class back from an A- or a B+. But if one pans out or the other doesn't, you still met your goals with players who are at minimal serviceable on defense, but they are very good front court defenders and rim protectors. This transfer class should continue to add to Florida's upward trajectory and should help the Gators have a chance to hunt down a top 20 seed in this year's NCAA tournament. Time will tell if that's the case, but there is plenty of room for optimism with these additions. Hey guys, if you have not already, please like and subscribe to the Hoop Southbound Show. If you've enjoyed this series as a portal, we've got more episodes coming out. We're going through every SEC team during this time while we're doing this. We've also got the show coming out every week. We're going to be doing season previews very soon. We're also going to be checking out the top 15 freshmen coming into the SEC in our Freshman 15 series. So guys, please like and subscribe. Please drop a comment. Follow us anywhere you get your podcast. We greatly appreciate having you here. Until next time, see ya.